everybody.
All right, I do believe.
Congratulations on your
live.
transition.
Oh, the rest of you are way too loud. Let's turn that down. Hello, everyone. Say hi.
Hello.
Hello.
And chat to any of y'all watching. Let me know how everyone sounds. I just watched the initial thing. Whoever went first, it went fully in the audio maxer. Well, it did max. On the audio mixer, it went to max.
No clipping mode, please.
Yes, but not like that. Yay. Oh, hey, Conray.
Oh, I'm. I think I stuck myself in a wall.
Someone.
Okay, so I need to move my window a little bit so I can see the chat and see our folks. Welcome to Dooming with me, Draggor. This is episode 55, assuming I have not messed up my counting. And today is special guest Phelan. Hi, Phelan.
Hi. Everyone's killing me.
Yeah. Now you know how we as players feel in your evil games.
Ooh.
We're going to talk about Dungeons & Dragons, and without joking or irony, Phelan is one of the best GMs in long-running games I have ever played in. I myself am also a GM, and also a GM. Oh, today's going to be hard on the word mouth.
The mouth words.
Yeah, the
Wait,
mouth
more than
words
one now?
coming out of the word mouth are difficult today. I am going to conveniently blame lack of caffeine today. I have been avoiding trying to do coffee every day because I can get a habit really quickly. Maybe I shouldn't do it on Doom days. Okay, in the channel and hopefully in the game with us, we have Angel, Grey Foxen, Head Foxen, Taya, Cyrus, and Skippy. Let's see, are there other people who have joined?
I'm the fox.
Don't shoot, I'm Yenocent. Warm Yeen Cheese. Oh, great.
Oh shit, I'll have my title from the last time I played.
For anyone who is just tuning in and watching this, you can go to, I think it's up here regardless, you can go to draggor.me/doom. There is instructions on how to get these files and play with us. It is an open server, so we can play and have some Frag Fest fun. With that, I am going to move Phelan and myself over. We're going to have an interview portion and talk gaming shop, among other things. Oh, there's an Alkali in the chat. Hooray! Hi, Ferret. I hope the futures and options market isn't continuing to try to end you.
Hello, fellow tall beam.
Hey, Draggor, what's the Twitch name again?
My Twitch name and Twitter name... I guess if anyone's hearing this, then they're watching it or in the Discord. It is draggor.me, which is also the name of my website, Draggor, but a period instead of the letters dot, because Twitch and Twitter do not allow a period in your username, so I spelled the word dot, and I hope that is straightforward. Roll that beautiful Yeen footage has connected.
And it never seems to die, huh?
We also have DeReal Ace 2 in the chat. All right, I'm moving us over, and we're going to start the live discussion. And Phelan is unmuted now. Hi, Phelan.
Hi there.
So, as I'm sure you have briefly figured out in only having ever fired up this game for the first time today...
Yep.
that there are all sorts of classes and options.
Yep. I'm playing the character portrait that looked the prettiest.
Which is the one that looks the prettiest to you? Because I suspect you and I have different answers.
It's the one with like the bone skull mask and a bunch of feathers.
The bone skull mask and a bunch of feathers. That is a good one. That is Hunter.
Okay.
And I don't remember what your special ability does, but in the bottom center of your screen... Oh, no,
I don't even know what button I pressed to use a special ability, so...
F. You press F. So I just pressed it on that character, and I have no idea. Oh, I ate spicy food, and I shot fire.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know what I was doing. I got like a different targeting thing than usual, but I don't know exactly what it was accomplishing.
Oh, hey, Zargaz has hopped on. My brother, my actual meat space brother Zargaz, I will unmute. Welcome. How's the heat, Zargaz? I don't know if they'll be able to talk. We'll find out. But they are unmuted should discussions be able to be had. But yes, Phelan and I are meat space friends. How long did you run that game we played in? The one and only I played
God.
under you.
Right, Curse of Strahd.
Yeah.
That was I mean, because we finished it. We did the whole thing, so that was probably about a year. It takes me, 9 months to a year to run like a complete Curse of Strahd and do it justice, in my opinion.
You did it justice. That's for damn sure. I guess for everyone else, I'll give my quick history with the module called Curse of Strahd. So in the old days of Dungeons & Dragons, a.k.a. before I or you were born,
Yeah.
there was an original module that basically was a Dracula-inspired or like Vlad the Impaler-inspired module that pulled from a bunch of different lore. And it eventually became like the basis for Ravenloft as a setting.
Yeah.
So I played in some 2nd edition adapted Ravenloft that wasn't Curse of Strahd, but like that book was still kind of doubling as source material, so that was my initial exposure to it. And then a friend of mine ran a version of it when they re-released it. It was either 3rd or 3.5 edition Dungeons & Dragons. And so I played that, and we played a version of it the whole way through. But the friend of mine in Chicago who ran that, if you think you customize things... All right, it wouldn't be fair to say my friend customized it. It would be fair to say my friend picked a couple of key scenes and wrote the rest.
Yeah.
So, like...
Rude.
I mean, it's one of those where if you have a core idea for a thing you want to write or do, but you don't want to have to write everything else, especially random encounters,
Yeah.
it's not a bad way to go. The part that gets really screwy...
I wasn't throwing shade at what your buddy did. I was throwing shade at you for killing me while asking me a question.
Oh! Hi! Let's do it again, shall we? Oh, you ran away, damn it. Yay! Yes, I am a mean host, and I will frag you while conversing.
Of course.
How did you come across Curse of Strahd? Because we did it 5th edition.
Yeah. So I also came across it 5th edition, because when I first moved here from, years ago at this point, I didn't have much in the way of friends, but I was fortunate to have a game shop, friendly local game store nearby me that was running Adventurers League. And I joined and made a few friends there, had a fantastic DM. And, oh God, when did we start? We started way back when it was the Elemental Evil, like Princes of the Apocalypse
I
module.
ran a 3.5 version of Return to Temple of Elemental Evil.
Oh, yeah. So I started when they were doing that. I came in at like the tail end. And then we did Out of the Abyss, because that's the one that they released next. And then I think Curse of Strahd came after that.
Okay.
But our dungeon master at this point was saying, like, I want to break, I want to swap out and not be the DM. And I was like, okay, that's fine. I will step in. And then he saw that it was Curse of Strahd was going to be the upcoming thing. And he's a huge hardcore, like 2nd edition, 1st edition Ravenloft aficionado. And so he was like, I have to stick around and do this. And then I will be a player. And so that was actually my introduction, was from an old school sort of Rognard guy who really knew all his stuff.
Sorry, I was hunting down the player in first, who is Cyrus, who has an explosive-resistant character, and I killed him with explosives. So.
Oh, good.
So is that game you run in that person? Did you run Curse of Strahd before you ran ours, or was that also the one, and that was one of the people I met?
No, that was not one of the people that you met. But I'm trying to think. I think that you were the first time that I ran it at home, maybe? Yeah, I believe that you guys were the first time that I ran it myself.
Yeah, it is at this point, I used to think, like, why do they keep updating modules? And then you realize the refinements that come with and the adaptability to just use that module anywhere is fantastic. Because I looked,
absolutely.
You know, I didn't look at it while we were playing it. You know, I had my couple of... So when Phelan and I started and figuring out, okay, I'm going to be in a game of Phelan's, I'm like, all right, full disclosure, I will gladly play this again, but I played a wildly divergent version of this. So I can tell you a couple of things that we did that I'm fairly certain are canon no matter which way you run the game. The mill being the biggest one of it, because like that's the biggest obvious set piece. That's like...
Right.
You know, the nasties inside might be different, but it's going to ruin your day in every edition.
Well, and actually, so funny story, because, so, you know, tiny spoilers if anyone, you know, hasn't played it, like, you know, what they've got in there this time is a trio, a full coven of night hags, which is way too redonkulously strong for the level that a party is likely to go there. And even the game design, like the lead author himself has come out and been like, yeah, that was a bit much of me. And so he has some recommendations of changes to it and whatnot. But I honestly, that's one of my shticks, is every time I run it, there's something different there.
Good.
So it changes every time, and it's always terrifying and always something to deeply unsettle and scare you. But it does change.
So is the part that I don't remember from the book, and to be clear, this is a little bit sort of spoilers of Curse of Strahd, but we're not going to go and like spoil the whole module. And part of the other beauty of it, for anyone who doesn't know, is you can go through and pre-plan it, but the beauty of the module is it has built in, if you draw from the tarot deck they recommend, that is a bit of your randomizer for what's different in that version of the module. So,
right.
You know, if you play it too many times, it doesn't matter what the randomization's going to be. But as someone who played it once in a different edition, you know, I gave you the info that was necessary, and you just made sure whatever you put together basically didn't overlap what I had done, so I couldn't metagame my ass through it.
Right.
And so that is what's a joy of it. A lot of people are like, I guess you're the only person I know that is not a regular Nazcrag person that has a lot of experience running the same module more than once. Because for the most part,
yes.
That's not something people do.
Yeah. I mean, not only do I run hardcovers multiple times, but like I do a bunch of the Adventurers League stuff, and a crap ton of online conventions these days and whatnot. So like I will do things repeatedly in the same weekend, for example.
Oh, yeah. For folks who don't know, what is Adventurers League?
Oh, yeah. Adventurers League is the organized play system for D&D 5th edition. And it's interesting. It's nice to have like the consistent rules, and they come out with, you know, modules that accompany each hardcover. They basically go in seasons to match the hardcovers that come out. And so that's pretty cool to have like a bunch of extra material that's convenient for a tie-in. There are a lot of those standardized rules to make it consistent that are a little wonky, but it's a great starting place to like meet people to play D&D with, or, you know, to have things when you go to conventions and stuff like that. And it's pretty awesome.
Wahoo! What does it take to join Adventurers League, either as a GM or a player? Like, let's say you listen to this and go, well, shit, Adventurers League sounds great. I want to do this. What should someone do?
Well, it's really just a set of rules. So you can go to the Wizards of the Coast D&D website, and they'll have the most recent rules that describe how a character is made, and then all of the gameplay rules that have to be followed. Like, for example, flanking is an optional rule in the Dungeon Master's Guide. It's not allowed in, or it's not implemented in Adventurers League. And other various little quirks like that of like, here's how things operate.
Okay.
And so if you want to be a player or a Dungeon Master, all you have to do is, have that document and follow those rules. And then they have a tracker on their website that's, shows you stores, local game stores that are participating in the program and hosting stuff. If you're trying to like meet people to do it, or if you're looking at conventions, you can look at their table games, and they should have that sort of stuff at a lot of conventions. But I'm not sure if there's like a central repository of that, like there is for the local game stores.
So, like, in the old days, there would either be, TSR for when it was that, but it's been Wizards of the Coast longer than any of the rest of us at this point are aware.
Right.
And there would be various forums. So, LFG, looking for group.
Yep. There is kind of that. I know that there's Reddits that have to do with Adventurers League, and I think that they've got a Facebook group. They recently restructured a lot of stuff because they're trying to. They had things scattered all over the place, and they recently were trying to standardize it. So I don't know exactly where everything lives these days, but yeah, it's there's places to find that sort of stuff.
So when you're running a lot of games, or you have like a new game coming up, what is the most likely way you have either found the group or put the group together? Because, you've got friends games, you've got tournament stuff, or I don't know how much you're doing tournament stuff, but like, how do you come to the different groups you have?
It really, it varies. It comes obviously from doing, going to conventions or local game stores and playing some of that Adventurers League stuff. So that's how I've met some people. But for the most part, it's just being like the D&D fan among my friends, and being like really well known for that. And people are like, hey, I'm interested. So
it was kind of like another of me. I pinged you and I forget if you asked first or if I asked first. But at some point, we came to the mutual agreement of, hey, I haven't been in a game of yours, and we're D&D nerds. Let's fix this.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I forget which direction it came from, because I think I knew that you were a D&D nerd, and I was... Oh, because I think it was it even after we had started Charity D&D? I think...
God, I don't remember which happened first.
Right? I'm not sure either.
Alkali's in the chat, so two things. One, Alkali is in the chat and might be able to answer, was Charity D&D first? Alkali says Charity D&D happened first, and then a question from the Ferret for you.
Yeah.
If you're looking for a pickup group, what would you look for to try and either, guarantee, or not guarantee, but what do you look for a group that fits you, and then what do you watch out for that is a thing that means the group is not for you?
Yeah, it's tricky, and it's really about a lot of a lot of D&D is about communication. So it's about asking your DM how they like to run their table and whatnot, and it's about communicating with the DM and the other players to understand, what sort of game is being searched for. Is it super funny? I don't like, by and large, I don't like to call any D&D table bad. It's just, like you said in your question, not for you. So it's really just being open with what you're looking for from a game and hearing what the other folks are looking for in a game.
So in general, if you're going to run a game, what should people know about the types of games you tend to run and like to run?
It can vary a little bit. I am definitely this like I don't go for the really silly sort of vibes. Like I like
Oh,
humor.
really? No.
Yes.
No.
I mean-
Evil.
I mean,
Evil is what you are.
This is true. This is true. Aside from charity D&D, because that is intentionally a little zany. Like, I'm cool with that vibe for like one-shotty sort of things. But if I'm gonna run like a long campaign, I want some element of seriousness. And yeah, I'm a little twisted and evil, and I'll pull fun twists on people.
All right, the thing that I have to bring up about Curse of Strahd that is my favorite evil moment you pulled is, so I've got a cleric. He's some 60-some-year-old cleric who got sucked into Ravenloft. His whole family's been dead, and he's basically an alcoholic because of that. I wanted to have a serious, kind of broken guy as a character. And so, like, the alcohol for me and the character was the excuse to be zany sometimes, because I know I can't be serious all the time. It's just, I can't do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
But I
and
wanted
that's-
it, like, to be serious to the character. So I had an out
Right.
for my player zaniness.
Yeah.
And so one of the
Well,
things
and-
was he gets drunk. So he was drunk at some street fair and thing, and we met someone who he knew was vaguely evil and ate one of the wares that this person was peddling, failed a constitution save, and started tripping balls.
Yep.
It wasn't until weeks, months later that loop was closed.
Yep.
Months, I think it was.
Probably.
So months later, the mill that we mentioned, we go there because we have to. It was time. And I do the usual, like, hey, I'm investigating, I'm looking around, what should I check out? And so I'm like, hey, what's in the mill? What is this? What actually was being ground here? And then you just gave, like, a simple one-word answer. All you said was bones. And I'm like, huh, okay. And then shit breaks out during this session. Like, things start going wrong. There's battles happening. And in the middle of the battle, that is when not only do we find out it's the missing children's bones because a demon had taken over this mill, and I love the grim fairy tales you baked into this, by the way. So not only was it children's bones, but that was the core ingredient of the thing my character ate earlier. Massively failed a wisdom save and went catatonic fighting a Rakshasa.
Yup.
You are evil, Phelan. You are evil.
I have nothing to say other than I love the horror genre, which is really funny, and I've encountered one or two other DMs who are like this, where I cannot handle gore or extreme horror or that sort of stuff, but I can run it with no problems and be deeply disturbing.
Well, and like, all right, so I have PTSD around gore, but like, it's not like you were sitting there describing all the nitty-gritty details. It was all left to the implication, because for me in particular, the triggering things are details.
Yeah.
So, just saying, the mill was used to grind bones. Oh yeah, this is the area where there's missing children. Great! You have succeeded at giving me the horror vibe without giving me PTSD. That is fantastic.
Oh. Well, that is the goal.
Speaking of horror, are there other systems you have played and enjoy? Either specifically around horror or just other systems in general?
Oh, yes, absolutely. So I have played, and really, oh, there we go. I have played and really loved, 10 Candles is actually a really interesting one, for that kind of vibe. If you're not from it, basically the premise of 10 Candles is unlike a lot of, RPGs, it is the core assumption is you will not survive. This is not a story of how does your character overcome the odds. This is a story of what is your character's story going to be going through some horrific experience. And as the name would imply, the game winds its way down as you gradually extinguish 10 candles, preferably in a dark room. So not only is the room and the story getting darker and more grim as you go, but you come into it with that whole thing of, these characters aren't going to make it out alive. How do we decide that?
That is so cool.
Yeah, it's pretty nifty. And on a similar vein, there is Dread, which is also a very simple game played with a Jenga tower. And
Alkali knows Dread.
Yeah. Every time you have to do something, strenuous or with a chance of risk to it, you have to pull from the Jenga tower. Or you could knock over the tower intentionally as like a heroic sacrifice to guarantee success at what you're trying to do, but at the cost of yourself or something horrible.
So to be clear, if the tower, even when you're pulling a piece, if the tower falls over, your character is dead?
If the tower falls over, something awful is going to happen, and it's probably going to result in the loss of your character. Not necessarily dead. It could be, any various number of things. But yes, that is the intent.
Nice. The other one that immediately jumps to mind when you say your character will not survive is paranoia.
Yes. Yeah. I haven't done as much of that, but I am absolutely familiar. And then on a less horrific note, one that I actually really love and I want to do more of is called Open Legend. And
I've not heard of that one.
It's very niche. Like, it got a little bit of popularity because Matt Mercer did some of the writing for their default campaign setting or an adventure that they were publishing when they came out with this system. So it got a little bit of traction from that, but then it sort of faded off, which is a real shame because it's so cool. It's a completely classless, mostly levelless. I mean, you have a level, but it's an element of just measuring your power level. So
Vegeta. Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
No,
look, I'm one of those damaged people. As soon as someone says power level, Dragon Ball Z has invaded my brain.
Yup. Story checks out. So it's what is it? Classless, system agnostic too. So you could do it in a cyberpunk world. You could be a classic D&D world. You could be a noir film. It's all genres because the way
it's kind of like Savage Worlds in that regard.
Yeah. The way that they do it is they've got these boons and banes. Basically, everything that you do in the game is a particular boon or bane, and you. So, for example, if you blind someone, that's a bane, and there's no flavor attached to it. It could be that you use nanites to hack their optic sensors, or you could be a necromancer who rots their eyes, or you could be a pit fighter throwing sand in their face. It's just anything that you can imagine because it's just the mechanical effect. They don't. Ooh, that was impressive.
Yes, you just had the moment. You did the thing I hope for happens every single one of these shows. If anyone clips this, title it, "Hooray, Phelan did the thing." What happened on your screen?
I respawned and took a shot, and I think I walked into a gun, so I changed weapons, and the first shot I took just exploded somebody.
Fantastic. Yes, you had the experience I hope for every time. Oh. Okay. I know I've asked you this before, and I really don't remember. Inspectors, are you aware of it? Have you played it?
I don't think so.
We will have to rectify this. I keep talking about it. I mention it all the time. I own a copy of the book somewhere. Long story short, there's not so much a GM as a guide, because your quote-unquote GM is also one of your players, so if you're all on the same page, it really is cooperative, and it's more of like an improv role-playing game than anything. And the setting can be anywhere, but in the game itself, it's called Inspectors, Spectre spelled as in the ghost.
Right.
And your party is essentially running their own Ghostbusters franchise.
Oh my god.
And so the way every session starts is you're interviewing cases. So each player goes around the table playing as an NPC, producing or pitching a case to the group, and then the group has to decide if they're going to take the case.
Yeah.
And so you each go around the table till the group goes, oh, hey, we got it. And then you go on the adventure. Now, there's more rules to it. There's dice and things, but essentially, when you roll the dice, it doesn't mean success or failure. Like, if you fail a die roll, it doesn't mean you don't get to do the thing you did. If you get a bad roll, it just means there should be some kind of negative consequence. You can still accomplish the goal you're going for. So the go-to example I say all the time is, if you're climbing a tower to try and spy on someone, if you completely flub the roll, you still spy on someone, but you might be oblivious to the guards watching you do it the entire time.
Yeah.
And the same thing goes for critical success. You know, it does not even have to be related to the thing you're trying to do.
Something good comes out of it.
The other main gimmick is what I call from Whose Line, the film noir gimmick. Once per primary scene, a player can essentially film noir, take the stage and dictate, and give an attribute, trait, or feature to another player that is then permanently on their character sheet. So it could be as innocent as, and that's when I realized Phelan was an accomplished locksmith. And that's on your character now. That's canon.
Oh, that's neat.
On the flip side, if you're screwing with each other and you're angry at someone, you might go, and that's when I realized he'd had a fake leg all along. And all of a sudden, your character is actually missing a leg and has a fake leg, and that is part of the story.
Oh, my lord.
But it is restricted in that it's once per scene. So, like, whether something overpowering or debilitating happens, it's limiting. And then there's, things in the system to deal with the fact that if what was decided on or happened is unfun, how to rectify it. And it's not really even meant to be a long-running game or system. Like, maybe you play the same characters and things 3 sessions.
Right.
You can go longer. I've never played longer. I think the longest I did was 4 sessions. And that, built up enough contradictory features on all of our characters. We're like, all right, we're done.
Right.
But I would love to have you as a participant when that game happens. I want to do it. I kept talking about it. All right, so here's some questions for you. Differences in things you've learned running things online versus in person.
Oh boy, yeah, it's
Because I've talked about doing inspectors online, and you know what? I should just save it for in person.
Yeah, it depends. So the main thing with online is obviously you always have to leave some extra space for technical difficulties.
Yes, every time.
And things can always be flubbed up a little bit. But yeah, I have a ton of experience doing this now because for the vast majority of pandemic, that's what I was doing, was conventions moved online. So I was actually doing paid convention gigs, and getting a Start Playing account online as well to find people. That's another, we were talking earlier about if you're looking for a group to play with and whatnot. Start Playing Games is actually a cool thing to check out.
So is that called literally the words startplayinggames.com?
Yeah. In fact, in the blurb that you posted, I gave you the link to my profile specifically.
Good.
Yeah. So my profile specifically is there, but obviously there's lots of other dungeon masters that you can browse, and so that's a really great resource because you can hire a dungeon master to run your game. You can see what their prices are. You can see they write whole blurbs about themselves and what their style is, the particular types of games that they might be offering at any given time. And so that's a great way to go looking, and because then everyone else on the website's doing the same thing, they're picking a dungeon master based on that description. So you know that by and large, you should be getting a table of people with some similar interests.
Okay, that's cool. And that website, if you said it already, I'm sorry, I spaced out. It's got all different game systems on there too, or is it specifically Dungeons & Dragons focused?
It is not specifically Dungeons & Dragons, but D&D 5th edition is certainly the predominant presence as far as I've noticed. But they've got filter categories for everything. Well, not everything, but many, many popular things.
Okay. Oh, God. See, now it's my turn. I just got into a skirmish and I lost. I am not immune either.
Good. Let's see. Where's the... I need this, sniper rifle that I encountered, one
the
time
green
before.
railgun. All right, here's what I'm going to do for you. I am going to set the game mode to Unholy Trinity, where you just get 3 guns with infinite ammo.
Oh, Lord.
So while I go and do that, pick a little bit more about... I want to pick your brain a little bit more about online games, things that are different, things you like, things you can do or have done with online games that are more difficult than in-person ones, or a surprising thing you have learned.
I think the nice thing is, virtual tabletops are a double-edged sword, absolutely, because they come with a lot of technical difficulties potentially. That they've got their quirks of how they run, and they definitely take a lot more time to set up. That's one of the things that I consider when I'm talking about online DMing, because they know that a virtual tabletop is available and what it's capable of. They have a higher standard of expectation, but that takes to meet that standard is a drastically higher time and investment than it would be for a physical game of the same caliber.
How much do you do the vision blocking line stuff and shadows when you do your games?
Oh, I do that as much as I possibly can. And that's one of the frustrating, that's one of the double-edged swords is, lines of sight and dark vision and that sort of stuff makes for a really cool thing that I never could do at the table when I'm putting a map out physically, or, I can draw it as I go, but it doesn't really account for people's different vision ranges and where they're standing and line of sight stuff along those lines. So it's cool to have that ability, but at the same time, it's very finicky. It takes a lot more effort to accomplish, and even if you do it perfectly, there are some things that are just not possible, technically speaking. So it's oh, well, here's this room. This is an example I run into all the time of, I've got a room that is dark. There's no light source, but there's also fog. And so it's I want to utilize the fact that there is, people with dark vision or light sources or what have you, but also there's a limit to the range of their vision and that sort of stuff and all that. So it's, there's pros and cons, absolutely.
Which are, for the online stuff, which are the different tools you have fully run games in?
I have pretty much, the only thing that I've extensively used is Roll20, which, like I said, has a lot of quirks, has a lot of finicky bits, but is relatively smooth. It has the most basic stuff included in it, and so it's a nice starting point. There is also, what is it called?
Fantasy Grounds?
No, it's new. It's a little bit newer. It's Foundry, I think, is the name of it.
Okay.
And it's super sophisticated. It has like an API, or at least a more robust API than Roll20 does. So there's a whole bunch of community creations to run the content on it. And it can also have all of your like rules content as well if you purchase that or load it in or whatever. So it's super, super robust. I have tried it a few times and loved what it seemed to be capable of, but it was very technically demanding. It definitely takes a lot of front loading time, and also is very machine intensive. I couldn't get it to be operating properly even when I was just a player. I was getting visual glitches because I was on a Chromebook, so not a powerful machine, but it's like,
for the most part, Roll20 is pretty, unless like your map is ginormous, Roll20 tends to work most places.
Yeah, exactly.
So I take it you haven't used like any of the older self-hosted stuff. Like, God, I just ran into the freaking blood pit and died. Oh, that was so dumb. Like Map Tool from rptools.net. Have you ever used that?
No, not at all.
That's the thing a bunch of us used, or OpenRPG, before all of these wonderful website hosting places came around. In the old days, we had to open up ports to our computers to play online.
Right? Incidentally, side question, how do I change weapons?
You can use the scroll wheel if you have one. Otherwise, the number keys, 1 through 9, maybe even 0. I tend to use the scroll wheel.
Yep.
The green one is your pew pew instantaneous laser shot. Yep. I just saw you fire it. Right across the bow of my ship. Like, pew! Okay, I'm leaving.
Yep.
And then if you ever see the purple Q letter thing, that's the quad damage, and it does, as it implies, 4x damage. Just don't fire a rocket point blank when you have that. You will explode yourself.
Right.
Hi. Bye. Where'd you go? Ah.
Don't worry about
Someone else fragged me. So like, do you have anything in the works? Anything game related you're looking forward to that you think more folks should know about? And if anyone in the chat has questions, you can post them there, and I will try and get to them.
Indeed, and actually, I've got the Twitch window open, so I'm watching as well. But yeah, the recent thing, or I should preface with, I actually just started a new job back on Tuesday. So,
oh yeah, congrats.
Halle frickin' Luya, that's been wonderful after, COVID unemployment and whatnot for the whole thing.
Yeah.
So I'm getting a new balance and, getting myself reestablished of like, all right, how much time am I spending on stuff? But the big ongoing project that I have that I am super proud of and I would love to get more people engaged with is the recent release from Wizards of the Coast, their book Candlekeep Mysteries. I am running that as a complete campaign and streaming it on Twitch. We do pre-record just because everyone's schedules are a little zany, so we can't necessarily get it the same day like every week. But yeah, every other Wednesday is when we air them on my Twitch, and you can see the back episodes on YouTube, and I'm pretty proud of it. And it's an awesome crew as well. Like, they're fantastic role players, and they've got the most hilarious and adorable characters, and it's a blast. I have been loving it.
What is the character you most look forward to tormenting?
Oh man. I don't know. I think that
you got me.
Oh yes. I think that there is my friend RJ who is playing a Githyanki artificer, and he is just a fun, ridiculous sport. I got you again. He is a great sport about game stuff, so I can throw silly and ridiculous things at him and know that it will go over relatively well. So that's super fun. We also have a friend of mine, Hannah. She is playing a half-elf storm sorceress, and she's almost brand new to D&D.
Nice.
So it is so great. She's played like I think a couple of sessions before, but she hasn't played like a complete game, and even that was relatively recently. So she's still like, in some respects, she's still getting her sea legs and figuring things out. But in other respects, she is just an absolute delight because she really does take to it like a natural and comes up with these awesome character moments. And these improv things that she's sort of adding to the character as she goes and developing. And so she is just so fun.
That's one of the more fun and rewarding things, and I get this through Nazcrag every year, in that I'll have, you know, if not one player, I'll have an entire table of first-timers. And when, like, they're awkward at first, but then, like, they get into it and we're goofing off, who cares if they're doing the tournament shit? Just a bunch of first-timers having their first tabletop role-playing game, and everyone just starts clicking and goofing off. So much fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I see chat also asked question, giving GG and GGGR are shit, what are great LGBT spaces to group up and do the thing? I don't know offhand what those acronyms stand for.
I believe that means Gary Gygax and Gary Gygax Jr.
Oh,
there is some shit going down, and I don't really need... We're all, in our various ways, incredibly inclusive, and if you don't know, while D&D always has been fun and as an escape, it perhaps does not have the greatest history of being diverse and inclusive. And one of the things that, like, latest editions, and it really did start with 3rd edition, and it's only gotten better, is, like, they have gone out of their way to address it, and that is a good thing. And there is a more diverse player base today than there ever has been. Still has a ways to go.
I was gonna say, you know, without ruffling too many feathers, you know, I am not the biggest fan of Wizards of the Coast as a corporate entity.
Yeah, you're in good company. Don't worry.
Right, you know, they have their problems, and they're very obvious problems. And they don't seem to be very invested in doing anything more than the bare minimum, if even that. So that being said, yeah, Wizards of the Coast is not an amazing resource, but you know, the community at large is much more diverse and inclusive these days. You know, and like I said, I learned to play. You know, my first Ravenloft experience was with an old school, you know, 1st edition, 2nd edition guy, you know, who had like a life partner and was queer. And was a big presence. So, like, you know, even from day one, those sort of people have been involved in the community. You know, not everyone from the old school is bad, and the hobby has just grown immensely. So really, my recommendation, if you're looking for folks, one, you don't have to find D&D people. You know, find friends in whatever avenue, whatever venue out in, whatever other way you're connecting with people, be it, you know, in the furry community or other communities and whatnot, and just get them interested in playing D&D. You know, 5th edition in particular makes it really easy to learn D&D because the mechanics are relatively consistent. You don't have to learn the classes individually because they all use some common language. So find friends that you want to hang out with and see who's interested in trying out some D&D. That's my number 1 recommendation. My number 2 recommendation would be to go online and seek out, you know, various Reddit communities. You know, you can search across Reddit or other forums and definitely find, you know, D&D forums, GLBT specific, and so on and stuff like that. The critter community is a huge presence that is
What is the critter community?
Fair point. Critical Role with Matthew Mercer that I mentioned a little while ago is a streamed D&D campaign with a bunch of voice actors, and they certainly were not the first people to do broadcasting campaigns, but they were arguably the first big one, and made it, popularized it and started the trend of so many other groups doing that as well. And so they obviously have a huge community around them that is very, of our generation, very loving and accepting. They can also be a little zany in circumstances. The community definitely has a very vocal contingent that has that sort of the creepy parasocial relationship with the cast, and entitled to thinking they should be able to dictate how the game goes for these people, or they're upset with how the game is playing out.
Yeah, one of the one of the downsides of success.
Exactly. So that is a very vocal presence, but if you're aware of that going in, and you don't engage too much necessarily with the content that's going on, you will absolutely find people that you jibe with and are accepting and loving and will be good people to hang out with. So those are really kind of my 3 big recommendations. Get your own friends involved, look for D&D communities in Reddit and the like, and seek out outlets for the critter community as well.
One of the better things of YouTube being just exploding and being infinitely accessible, the old days it used to be, go pick up one of these starter modules and just run it cover to cover and do what it says.
Right.
Use the GM, don't really need to know anything other than the ability to read and understand very weird abstract concepts, and even if you don't understand them, just try to put them into practice and you'll figure it out as you go. But instead, now, you can literally go, hey, what does it take to make a character 101 on YouTube, and literally watch someone do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Which is so great.
But, yeah, I always tell people, if you are going to, if you're a group from scratch, yes, you might really, really, really want to do your own story first. Don't.
Yeah.
Run the dumbest, simplest... honestly, I played it because we wanted to learn 5th edition. Lost Mines of Fandelier is a fine, wonderful first module. You can pick it up, you can play it. If you have the hang of it, there's so much room to embellish and do some of your own stuff if you want. But if you're just doing an on-rails module, it's perfect. It's fantastic.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Everything. Have you played that one? Did you do it again? You did.
I did. I actually surprisingly have not played that one. My personal favorite, I've only run it once, but I just fell in love with it, and I think that it's a fantastic module, is actually Storm King's Thunder as a full hardcover. So it'll carry you for longer time. And the reason I like it is it's sandboxy, and it gives enough of a framework, a scaffolding, if you will, that you can run it completely as written, and it will make sense and run smoothly. Or as you are adventuring, as you're running this, if you are feeling the vibe to improvise or fill in the cracks, as it were, there's tons of room to do that. I also like Out of the Abyss for the same reason, or for a similar reason. Out of the Abyss is cool because, spoiler alert to any players, I'm sorry to any DMs, I might be giving away your secrets at this point. But Out of the Abyss makes the players feel as if they are in a sandbox, except it's actually all on rails. They have choices, and they will follow those choices, but eventually the story will still come to the places that it needs to. And so if you're a DM who's a little concerned of if they go sort of off the rails, what do I do if it's not covered in this adventure? In this particular adventure, they don't really have that option, which is kind of, handy if you're learning stuff.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you for filling us in on that and giving those recommendations. Just so you're aware, I restarted the map a few times because I was having issues. We're doing a different version. This map is affectionately called Jumpy Bullshit. And it is called Instagib. Every single
Oh,
person
God.
has infinite ammo with the green
Yep.
laser gun, and
Yep.
it is one-shot frags.
Oh, jeebus.
If you right-click, you get a scope.
Oh God. Apparently not for me. But that's okay.
Oh no, it's not set up? It's okay, most of the time you don't have time to use the scope
I was
anyway.
gonna say, yeah, no worries. But yeah, so that's my vibe on modules. Also, you know, like I said, because Start Playing exists and that sort of stuff, you know, look for a dungeon master who will run you, you know, a single session, a learn to play session, or a short campaign or what have you. Oh, geez.
I watched that! I guess at this point, for the interview portion, a couple of things. One, if you go to, up above, Draggor.me, as of this recording, the latest post is Phelan's post, which has a bunch of the relevant links to the various sites, such as Start Playing, that Phelan has mentioned. So that stuff is cool and is there, along with the Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. So do go check those out. The other thing that I want to bring up, because we're getting close to joining with the rest of the group and just kind of hanging out, shooting shit, and we're going to play some other game modes. But I would like to officially ask, and you're not obligated to respond on stream, but I do this on stream anyway. Would you like to come back and talk shop for another episode?
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know how much of it you remember. I technically have the recording somewhere, so I guess I should thank you, Phelan, because this whole Doom thing actually grew out of what you and I recorded as a prototype like 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
So Phelan was the first person I asked when I wanted to do some kind of edited interview thing. And I made it as far as to going over, having the topic, having questions prepared, and we recorded a discussion. And then I learned really quick between that, con stuff, and then lockdown that I didn't actually want to spend the time editing. Like, it wasn't viable. I still want to be able to do it, but
Right.
Doom kind of evolved into this. So the topic we discussed, do you remember what it was? Because I do.
It was either my Strahd Must Die Tonight thing that I do every Halloween, or maybe it was about charity D&D.
No, it specifically was about, in one of your long-running games, you did basically a short-run sub-game that involved, like, either outright that party or, like, their ancestors or memories of them. So it was canon to the overall game, but you essentially ran a flashback module with different characters.
Yes.
And I was so immediately intrigued by that whole thing, and we talked for like an hour and a half going into everything that went into constructing that, because I was incredibly curious. So we'll talk offline about that, because if that's just too far in the past, then so be it. But
no, I think I could talk about that honestly. I think
we stayed pretty high level as far as like intro to role-playing games and D&D stuff for today. So I would love to have you back and just nerd the fuck out and lose everyone and just go completely in the weeds.
absolutely, that would be a hoot.
Huzzah! So, what's gonna happen here is this match is about to end, and oh my gosh, am I gonna lose my lead at the last second? Maybe. Maybe not. We're gonna move over to the general group after this, and then we'll do like one or two more jumpy bullshit things, and then there's another mode, which is, it's called Last Man Standing. So when you die, you're out for the round, or like you have lives. So when you run out of lives, you're out for the round, since, you know, getting fragged goes pretty quickly in this. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Am I gonna...
Oh.
Yay! Just barely! Okay. I'm gonna move us over to the other group. Hang tight.
Oh, Zarga's joined.
Hello, everyone!
Hello. Hey.
Huzzah!
Howdy.
We all have taken turns getting wins tonight.
That match.
Yeah, you got two so far.
Hey, Cyrus.
But yeah, so Phelan, this is the crew. We hang out, we nerd out. We're gonna at least do this one as Instagib, and then there's at least one request for a round or two of Last Man Standing. Hopefully not changing the game type too much. Doesn't bork it. It's possible I have to restart the entire server. We'll see.
Or shouldn't that be Last Yin Standing?
Yes, Last Yin Standing. It's also called The Cheese Stands Alone.
The Yin cheese.
Yes, the curdled yin cheese stands alone. Hi, everyone. We're disgusting now.
I don't know how I feel about that one.
Wow.
I'm
Yeah,
just-
I knew I was dead seeing as I saw Cyrus. Yeah.
So, Draggor,
Yes.
I'm trying to remember the last time I played in your Sunday. That was when I was still living in Arizona, right?
Uh-oh.
It was before
I
moved.
believe so.
Yeah. Well, it's great that I was able to play this after I moved.
Yeah, you got at least one win that I saw. Congrats.
Yeah. And then there was a fucking draw because the funniest thing is while we were doing that match of Unholy Trilogy, out of nowhere I spawned with a fucking nail gun. I'm like, what?
Same. All right, so what happens is this engine is still a little weird. So when I do the game type change, it doesn't... Some changes take effect immediately, and some need the map restart. An invisible Cyrus shot me.
I keep trying to jump off the bridge, but there's an invisible wall there, and then I get killed.
Yeah.
It's just there to distract me.
Yeah, Skippy, you are like 4 of my 8 kills.
Oh, yeah, speaking of Skippy, I want to call out, during regular Doom, there was one shot where I happened to have the railgun out, and I got an across-the-map pop. Like you were in the middle of some skirmish or something, and it was just boop!
Very nice.
I ate a rocket upon landing.
I remember getting an up-close...
Fucking Bobs.
You killed me up close with the rail, and I didn't even know there was a rail on that map, and then I got revenge on you pretty quickly with the rail, so it felt pretty good.
I get immediately sniped by Taya as revenge.
There
I
were...
killed Cyrus just now, that felt pretty good.
So,
Very
yeah,
satisfying.
Phelan, as you're seeing, there are diverse skill sets among this group, so you are in good company.
Hi.
Hi.
To make this immediately known, because obviously my voice doesn't sound that. Hi, I'm a trans girl named Taya.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, damn it, Cyrus.
I would say Taya is the cutest one here, but that's my personal opinion. Yeah.
Of
Aw.
course it is, because how long have we been friends right now? We met because of this.
Honk.
Aw.
Am Goose,
It's-
will
and I-
honk.
And
Ah,
it's
don't
fantastic.
poop your explodey clones on me.
And it's fantastic that Draggor, you've been doing this for basically a year, because you started
Over
this,
a
like,
year.
in April last year, right?
Oh god.
Yeah, I've got the first episode somewhere. I leaned into it because of lockdown.
Yeah. And when I saw you made a post about, I'm gonna do a server for Doom stuff, I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm in.
Yes.
And that's how me and Taya met.
We have
Because, like-
occasionally done other games. Phelan, what we'll probably do towards the very end, and you're on Amazing Chicago Internet, so this won't be a problem. We're going to do that DoomWare. Have you played WarioWare?
No.
Okay, so it's for the most part nothing like what we're doing. It's a bunch of fast-paced mini games, and the person with the most points at the end wins. There are some first-person shooter mini games in it, but you'll see.
I got a collat.
It's
Oh, yeah,
very
that was the
stupid
double
and it's
kill,
very
wasn't it?
wonderful.
It was a collat, yes. And
Also, you say I'll be fine with Amazing Chicago Internet. My Twitch history begs to differ.
No. Are you
Oh,
on
I
wired
can
or
shoot you through the
Wi-Fi
ceiling?
right now? Are you on wired or Wi-Fi?
I'm on Wired, but
I mean,
like,
okay, look. Your ping is 10, and you're what, like less than a mile from me? 2 miles from me?
Yeah.
Dang it.
Ooh.
Yep.
Ooh.
Although this server is actually being run out of Martini and Avon's place. I am paying for
I was gonna
hosting
say,
it through them.
I saw that.
You saw in the server name.
Yeah.
I'm actually looking forward to trying out Chicago
Wait,
Internet for a
I
few
have
days.
Tortilla?
I'm not that good in Instant because of how this engine functions.
Okay, let me change to... I gotta look up what the game type is. Is it just LMS? Talk amongst yourselves while I do the bad host thing of figure out what the heck it is I'm supposed to be doing right now.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of hosting, can you get Trent Reznor on? We have questions.
I mean, I'd love to.
That would be, honestly, it would be amazing if Draggor could get Romero.
Well, we got to work our way up to Romero.
Yeah.
Wait, is that the Evil Dead guy?
No.
Yes.
Come on.
What? LMS. Okay.
John Romero, one of the forefathers of id Software.
Ah!
Wait, then who made the Evil Dead series?
Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell.
Raimi?
Sam Raimi. Bruce Campbell was the actor. Did you get Raimi and Romero mixed?
All right, let's see if LMS is actually happening. You kind of got to join a little quick. It's stupid like that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god. So, Phelan, for this, you start off with all of the weapons. You don't have infinite ammo, but you start out with max ammo. And how many lives do we have?
One, apparently.
Oh.
One. Yep.
Well, then we're doing one life LMS. I might have to, on another day, figure out... Because, like, I'm at the mercy of the remote server console, so I will have to do a custom... Gray Fox, and you have to move around. Don't camp.
Battle Royale, basically.
Wait, you already died? Wait, you...
Oh, yeah, I doinked it up. I assumed I had another life, so I was screwing around.
And
I was wrong.
You just suck.
Same.
Like, I was waiting for you to, like, come and find me.
Yeah, I found you because I was spectating.
Ah!
There we go.
Hello, Auto Fox.
And that's why I should have been camping.
Oh, here we go. Phelan, and to anyone else in the group, have you played any World of Darkness?
Oh, no.
Really?
Oh, gosh. Darn it. Why? Jesus.
Hi, Skippy.
The engine clearly hates me because I spawned directly in front of Sirius like 3 times.
Are we spawning with weapons? I couldn't even tell.
Yes.
Oh, shoot. Okay. Well, that will make this easier now.
I don't know what your HUD is, but I've got them all on the right side of my screen.
Shit!
Haha! Oh, you sneaky little bastard!
Get over here. Die. No, I'm on 14 health. I'm not running away. Get over here. Where you go?
Where'd you go? Stop being
I'm
invisible,
right.
you butt! Ah!
Can't just call people a butt.
I can and will, you butt.
Oh.
It's their server.
Oh.
But can you whip it?
All right,
Fine,
we're done.
you and I will kill you.
Oh my god! Oh no!
Wow.
He's running around on 14 health.
I don't
It's so
think I have
freakful.
seen a draw in LMS before. At least not since doing this.
I'm so happy with that
Beauty.
outcome.
Oh, that was perfect. That will become a clip. That has to happen. I'm not just doing well this one. Oh! Yeah, and you, oh no, oh no! Oh, I didn't even frag someone on death. That sucked. So yeah, Phelan, this is kind of what we've been doing almost weekly.
Over a year.
Have you been playing any of the video game variety?
Why can't I kill you?
Not much. Let's see. God damn it.
You and I, Skippy.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. Where you be? Oh. 20 health. I was waiting for my thing to charge back up so I could run away. I spawned between Taya and a bunch of other people at the start. It's just like, well, I'm so dead.
Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, running, running, running! Ah, stop it.
No! Bad Taya.
Oh.
Goddamn BFG.
Got you at least.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I've mainly been doing like D&D stuff.
That was exciting.
Where are you, Draggor? I'm on 4 health.
Oh, really?
I saved myself from a BFG blast by rocket jumping.
Honestly, I should have thought about that. I really should, but it was
Yeah,
too
that was kind of dumb. I shouldn't have done that. Like, yes, I'll run right into the rocket. Why don't I? That was not a proud moment for me.
Dude.
Is there ever?
Hey,
A proud
Phelan,
moment
would you
in
ever play
rocket.
Terraria?
Oh god!
I
no!
didn't.
No.
I got
Well,
fragged by
are you
Yeen
asking
Butts,
would
and
I?
I am offended.
You're welcome.
Phelan, do you know what Terraria is?
Very, very minimally.
It's basically 2D Minecraft and a bunch of platformer stuff.
Right.
I split between doing the platformer action things and doing
No
building
health.
stupid shit,
Mm-hmm.
and I like it.
No. Ugh. We need more health.
Yeah.
Eating butts.
Yeah, the majority of what I've been doing, like computer-wise, is Civ games and stuff like that.
Nice.
Are you one of? Have you played Stellaris?
I have played Stellaris. Like, I have a love-hate relationship with Stellaris because I love the concept. I love generally, you know, the vibe, but the planet managed, like the micromanagement and the way that like the governors or whatever it doesn't work is really frustrating. Like, I never finish a game because my empire gets too big.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Gray killed me.
Gray got me too.
Oh!
Let me say hi to
Alright.
Merrick the Wolf. They're taking a Cessna X to Miami? That is very fascinating. Hi! I hope you hear this, Mark the Wolf. Do any of y'all know what a Cessna is? It's apparently a very fast jet.
Yes, that's not citation.
What? No.
No.
I
That's,
couldn't get away. I got stuck in the geometry of the map.
No!
Yeah.
Draggor.
BFG shot.
Draggor.
I had full health. That's the first.
If I may I?
What?
Oh, sorry. I was actually waiting for a
people.
answer there. A Cessna is like a small prop plane. So.
Oh, it does 0.935 of Mach 1.
Yeah, it's a one
I
propeller
read that
fast.
as 935 Mach, and I'm like, do I not
That's
understand
faster than a
planes?
fighter jet.
No, Cessna makes the jet. And 0.93 is really damn fast. My
Yeah.
plane, we max out at 0.88.
Where'd you
What
go?
kind of plane do you max out on doing that?
KC-10.
For those of us who don't know what that means, what type? Like, can you describe with?
It's the military version of the DC-10.
Oh, okay.
Iris.
Find you, Skip.
The fastest thing I've ever been in.
Yeah, I got you with a
is
finger launcher.
Carrier.
I thought we could rail out the end there.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
I
should
know.
have said something. I would have.
Oh, are you doing like the old school knife fight at the end of Oh my god, what is the name of the damn mod in game? Counter-Strike. There we go. I said at the beginning of this, words are hard.
What are words, really?
Words are mouth noises that make people angry.
What are noises if not a Skippy. Wow.
I'm gonna do a different map after this one ends.
Oh, good idea.
Because I don't know what's gonna happen. Although I've been enjoying this map for this mode, actually.
Yeah, this was fun.
Yes.
Oh, you found me.
But yeah, we will not... If someone wants to do a server or something, I might last minute announce we're playing some type of game Sunday, but I'm fairly certain I will be on a roof deck celebrating a friend's 40th birthday. If anyone else is going to do a Doom thing... This server is always on, so if people gather and play, nothing's stopping y'all.
Hey, Taya, let's railgun this.
Yeah, okay. All right, I'm following... I'm not going to say anything, but I am following... Well, okay, that's done. I was going to start announcing... That was...
That was beautiful.
Yeah. Okay.
I was not.
Oh, I said I was going to change the map. I'm changing the map.
Hey, Merrick, what squadron?
That's gonna haunt me. Couch stranger in a corner. Railgun.
Oh, not this one. Damn it.
I recorded that too, so.
Zenith. Is this the one I want? Sure.
I don't know this one.
Yeah, you do, Skippy.
I am at a loss.
I was hoping you'd be low enough for that to work.
No, I hit 80, so you hit me down to 5.
Damn it! Fuck.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
You don't know!
It was worth dying. That was great.
That was mean! Hey, if anyone wants my railgun, it's falling toward the earth.
Yeah.
The absolute shit out of me.
But yeah, we'll do a... If people... You know what? I don't like this map, so after this round, I'm going to change the map again. This one's too big. I don't have my list on me of which ones I like with... hello, Boo. Yes, we're going to switch to DoomWare in like another 5 to 10 minutes. If there's a different version of it I should be grabbing, I will go do so now.
I assume we're railgunning this again, yes?
I mean,
Well,
it's
it's
if
not
there
me.
ever was a level for it, yeah.
Hello.
Fight! Ooh.
Kiss.
He crossing. Table crossing!
Oh, Trixie Hobbits is with the teleport, and now the invisibility.
Shit! I'm fucked.
Cool down when it off.
Teabag back here.
Use your
Alright.
teleport.
I got telefrag and spotting.
Okay,
Aw.
last map change. Hopefully this one doesn't suck. I like this map. This is good. Alright, so we're going to do a couple more last man standing. Then, Boo, I've got it ready to go. It'll be...
Well,
Excuse me. It'll be titled like Draggor's Little Histen, but it'll say DoomWare in the title, so it should be pretty easy to find. I will let you know, and I will let everyone know when the server is up and running. Why did I do that?
I don't know.
I could have pressed F to RAR, and I did not.
Oh, yeah, that probably would have gotten me.
Yeah? You were in a not great place to receive a big green glowing ball of goo.
Nope. That was a very, very enclosed space. You probably would have killed yourself too, though.
Oh, hey, you know what? Worth it.
I don't know
didn't
why
realize
kept
it was the end
screaming.
already.
I don't know why.
Yeah, Phelan, I need to do inspectors and then maybe do like a custom setting for it because I have an idea to make it furry bait.
Oh God.
Well, like, look, if we're gonna be doing this and we're furries, why wouldn't we? Oh my gosh! Ow!
Draggor's little piss den.
Oh, I think I saw Taya.
Stop that! No,
Yeah.
bad.
Oh, hello.
Whoa, easy.
Well, that's what my rap sounds like when we're running out of air.
Is it just you and I? Oh no, there's another person.
Did you know if you look up one Kookaburra video, that is all your recommendations will be?
Yeah.
I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead.
Yes, you are.
Ooh. Cyrus just showing us how it's done.
Yep.
I
All right.
love LMS.
Let's do this again and make Cyrus not win.
I have lost once, maybe twice.
Well, let's confirm and make sure that this goes poorly for Ow.
Cyrus killed me, you guys. I failed.
Cyrus killed me, you guys. I failed.
Let's see who else is around. Taya and Yin Butts.
Taya has a yin butt.
Frosted Yin Butts? Look, all right, I'm going to date myself with the amount of dumb bullshit I've seen on the internet, but does anyone know what the image Frosted Butts is?
I will Google it right now.
Oh my god, I am old.
Skippy, no! No, Skippy, no!
Oh, it's fine. It's just weird.
Ah! There are multiple ways in that area, Taya.
Frosted Butts. Originally came from the 90s Cartoon Network show Cow and Chicken.
I mean, the original thing it came from was tame, yeah. It very quickly descended into, you know...
Alright, this will be the final LMS match, and then I am going to start up the DoomWare server.
I feel like Faye just goes after me specifically.
Nope.
No! No! Ah! I fired a rocket at the explodey thing in my face.
Nice failing.
Why would you do such a thing?
Well, okay, I can start getting the server set up now while I'm dead, so I will do that. And I need to load game configuration.
You got me. I lost finally. G2 left.
Okay.
I was holding out for so long. I spawned it. I was sitting on low health.
I will figure
use
out
my,
a multi-life
laser.
version of this, although I do like how fast the rounds go, so at least there's that.
It's actually really nice having it just one life as well.
Yeah, I actually liked it better than the multi-life ones.
I think
Multi-life
maybe
ones
2
are
might be the sweet
courage.
spot. I don't know.
2 maybe, yeah. It's a lot more satisfying
Three is
because then it's just
definitely
like
too many.
you gotta really watch yourself. But at the same time, I think larger maps might even help.
Yeah, because
Like,
spawning
you could
near
bump
each
the
other
good
is
stuff to
definitely a
this.
negative, although some of the larger maps don't have that many spawn points, which is also a problem. The big one we just played actually has that problem.
Yeah.
SV max lives. Oh, I could do the SV stuff from the command line. Well,
Yeah.
too bad.
Who's gonna be our final winner? Come on.
Come on, guys.
Gotta wait out that quad. Hey!
Or not.
Oh,
Okay.
the quad spawns.
The skunk wins.
So,
3.
GG.
Tag the skunk always wins.
Oh.
So I just left a message. We're going to the other Draggor server. Draggor's little Histen DoomWare edition is a thing. So, Phelan, you're going to want to hit escape and quit. You're going to want to go back to Zandronum. You're going to hit the refresh button towards the upper left corner. And then you can either search and filter. If you just put in Draggor, you'll see my 2 servers. And we're doing the DoomWare one. And I will wait to join. I will stay as a spectator. So when people do get in, try and stay as a spectator so we give folks a chance to get in. Oh, hello, Boo. Welcome.
Pretty hoppity. Hello.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pop out for dinner. I'll be back.
All right. We've got Taya in here. Skippy has joined. Gray Foxen has joined. So these mini games go, for the most part, very quickly. Frosted Yin Butts has connected. I am pleased.
You're welcome.
Phelan, how... Oh, you're in! Huzzah! All right. We have enough people to make this go. So if other people join in as we go, huzzah. So you can hit spacebar, and you can do join game. The mini games will say what you have to do on the screen.
Oh boy.
So it's going to be fast, but you'll figure it out as you go. And if not, you'll die like I did.
Dang it, Taya.
Such is life.
My goal is to now kill Taya.
Oh no! Okay, so this is an Indiana
Dang it,
Jones
Taya,
level,
you did my
and
job.
don't step on the bad things, you will explode.
Well,
As I
Such
did.
is life.
There was much explode.
Alright, I have no points so far. Survive. Ah, we've got Mecha Romero shooting at us. Ah, it keeps resetting me away from the Doom Imp. I'm so upset.
I turn around and I fucking get murdered.
By me. Hello.
Also
Yeah, I
such
know
is
that.
life.
Wait, it might not have been me, actually.
Fuck! I didn't know how that was supposed to work.
We shoot each other, not the,
That's not very apparent.
Yeah,
I fragged Boo. Look at me.
I will remember this.
I remember this like it's a Telltale game.
Hey, can I have a
I
quote
will
in your
remember
Doom
this.
thingy? That is a great line. I doinked that up.
I did not.
I tried to push Skippy off.
I noticed.
Survive.
Jen-
Ooh, ooh, ooh. We're being assaulted by a butt with a rocket.
Oh dear.
But it's one of the best butts.
Phelan, if you have not seen the Cyber Demon from behind, the behind is the greatest asset.
It just
12, 13.
I'm more of a
I don't know if I got it right.
by myself.
Yay, I got it right. So, Phelan, are you figuring out the insanity?
Sure.
oh god.
I must make every area not safe.
Oh damn.
Dang it,
Yes.
some of you survived.
Someone-
I survived.
My goal is to kill everyone, including myself. No!
Ah!
You bastard!
I was already moving when we started. Ah,
Yeah, that you got to be careful.
Yeah.
I'll be careful. Your face.
Oh no! Oh no! Avoid deadly triangles.
Damn it.
Oh, this won't
Draggor's
last.
leading because
Yeah,
I'm
that
not.
won't take long.
I don't know what I-
No.
No.
Oh shit.
What? Wait a minute.
I think I did it. I think I did the
What the
thing.
Next quest.
Chex Quest.
Yeah.
Quest.
Boo, that's awesome. I have not played that one before.
Nice. If you did it, you heard the ding, supposedly.
Shit.
Oh, how did I
Oh,
doink
he
that
has
up?
the super. No, 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 no. Go away.
Ah, Grey Foxen fragged me. Frel.
I'm a fuck.
Yes, you are.
Yay!
You're gonna be dead soon.
Let's see.
can
Boo and
be
I are.
dead
Ah,
and a
Boo is ahead. No, Boo.
For now. For now.
Uh-oh.
That's
Oh
gonna
no,
change
not this
really
level. Not this level.
Just goals.
Phelan,
Why did
this
I
one's
die?
gonna
Me
make
too.
you're gonna get too spooked to poop.
Oh, but I won.
Ooh.
I just ran away.
That is the correct answer.
Wait,
Did I even get anyone? No.
I just watched my body crumble in front of me.
Like a small potato in front of another potato.
Dude, they what's the opposite of nerfed again? They fucking
Buffed.
made this one really hard. They buffed that one, yeah.
I got the mushroom. Eat bees.
Gym. How dare this one go to the gym?
It used to be those baddies couldn't hurt you. They were just in the way.
No, they've always been able to hurt you.
Yeah.
Well, then I
Well-
just got very lucky for many, many rounds.
Oh god, I fell in!
What? Who stole my Flanders kill?
Oh damn, that was a massacre.
I have no idea what just happened.
God, there are so many of my dead body.
Oh no.
Oh, this one.
Everyone's
Ooh,
favorite.
can you just
I don't
remove this
think
one?
anyone still has not been able to beat this. I don't think
I
anyone
at
has
one of the
played
days I
There's
did make it to the
literally
end.
Anyone who likes this at all that you've ever met.
If
I
you
would enjoy it.
the problem is like it doesn't come up enough to memorize. Once you know
Yeah,
what to
just
do,
hold it.
it's not bad.
Oof, it's just not.
I think Boo has this one in the bag.
Not yet.
The creator might
We're
win.
on round
I can't imagine
22.
why.
Rigged.
Oh, no, it's my turkey. No! Stop shipping my turkey. Stop
Haha!
shipping my turkey, you guys.
Torko has defeated you.
Dang twerking robot.
I failed to spam drink. Where's the bunny? Pet the bunny.
What?
I
What?
just- I don't know why, but I... Hey, Boo.
Okay,
I
that
can't
was a
really-
He's
lot of
alive?
Hey, Boo.
What the
I actually
heck?
do have a legitimate thing to tell you here.
Uh-huh.
I just like went and pet Draggor and somehow won that.
All right, player
Jesus
setup.
Christ.
I am changing. God, where's the damn imp?
Interesting.
This takes way too long.
Six.
Multiple readers. No, who do I follow?
Not that.
Did I go buy it already? There it is. What is
What
this?
the fuck is this?
Oh, it's Void! It's fucking
Yeah.
Void!
Yeah.
Oh
Wait,
my
how do you get up there?
God. Ah! I need to replay Void. That is still a wonderful mod.
I found a
Indeed.
turkey.
Wait, Void is a Doom mod?
It's a single level mod that was released like I think either 1990 or early 2000s.
Early 2000s.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I
was-
want to try that. That sounds trippy as balls.
I'll send it
It's
to you,
fantastic.
Draggor. It was the first was the first time I've ever actually shit. That was the first time that I ever actually played a Doom mod of that caliber.
Yeah, it was one of like the biggest in terms of like pushing Z-Doom to its limits at the
Yeah.
time.
Because I was so used to just either some custom sprites, maybe a custom texture, but majority of the time,
Fuck!
no. But majority of the time, it's just a level mod. And then I
Yeah.
played that, and I'm like, oh my god, rising floors, random doors, waters. I'm like, this is incredible.
Wait, how? I
Yeah,
jumped! How did
I don't know how you survived.
Yeah, it
To
was.
be honest.
I knew that was coming.
No!
All right, Draggor, I have to skedaddle, unfortunately.
Thank
but
you
this
so
was a
much for
hoot.
joining, Phelan. And
Of course.
we
Thanks for having
can.
me.
We will. Details. We will. If you think what we did today was nerdy, y'all, wait until you hear what comes next.
Absolutely.
You know, high fire, I already am.
All right, bye, Phelan.
Right, this was made by Sib.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! The fire
There's also
burns! The
gonna have a
fire
sequel.
burns! No!
It's,
No!
never came out.
I was trying to mute, and I don't have a mouse cursor anymore.
Cassie!
Oh, I got the mushroom and I got to hissy.
So you
Yeah,
guys are
I like
gonna
it.
hear me eating popcorn now. Enjoy.
Oh dear.
Poppy corn!
What is this?
Oh,
Oh,
god!
Oh, corner 7!
You son of a bitch, you
Oh, that's
So-
what it is. Oh my god.
don't
Holy
run
fucking
too
shit,
fast
corner
into the
7.
lasers. That is a poor
Yeah, you have to
choice.
be really careful.
And don't get shoved into them.
It's not an amazing game, but I fucking love just.
I nostalgia over that. I remember Corridor
Oh no,
7.
it's a horrible game, but yeah, I have nostalgia over it as well.
It's a Doom clone.
Nice.
Wolfenstein.
Yeah, it runs on the modified
It's using the
Wolfenstein
Wolf engine. Ow.
Ow.
But like, even though it's not that great, I appreciate some of the ideas they were trying to do with its engine.
It's really atmospheric.
Yeah, I won by murder of myself.
But it's also
Bye.
poor design choices, sadly.
Skippy, you spawned right next to one.
Cool. I'm not playing right now.
This will likely be my last round, and then I will put the stream to sleep. I don't know why I said it like that, but whatever.
Oh.
But yeah, I got food to go eat.
Oh, frick.
I'm colorblind!
Ha! I got
Sorry.
pancaked.
I'm fixing my desk. So.
Oh, how did I not get a single damn barrel?
I don't know how to English anymore.
Ow.
No, no! Oh, I at least got the mushroom. Am I gonna live? Yeah! Yeah! Boo, were you going for the mushroom with me?
Yeah,
Oh.
I died.
I was almost there. Oh fuck, no! God
Okay,
damn
someone
it!
walked straight into my punch.
Gotcha.
That was me. That was...
I really, really enjoy the Falcon Punch minigame. It is so silly.
Got it.
Oh.
My mouse cannot click that fast.
I'm on a laptop, so I have 2 mice.
Oh my
for it.
gosh! I actually am gonna win. I won one! I haven't done this in a while! Hooray! Well, my ego dictates I will end the stream on this.
Somehow beat the Wait, how? I was in second?
All right, thank you all. This has been a joy. This has been Dooming with me, Draggor. Boo, at some point, I gotta coordinate with you. I would love to have you as a guest on for this, especially because of all the DoomWare stuff. Not officially streaming next week because it's a holiday and 40th birthday party weekend for me. The next 2 guests after are Cosmic, one of the more wonderful furry musicians, also has done a ton for the Anthrocon Tonight variety show. And then after that, another furry and streamer, Zach Gray, will be on. And then there are a couple more people that are in the works, so check out Twitter and the website. Stuff will get posted there. Thank you all, and have a good rest of your weekend.